that a lot of people don't even know that was there. A lot of them didn't participate as hard as we did, but they was there. They was standing there, they was watching, they seen it starting to develop, they seen it go from the Spade to the Little Rascals to whatever else.
A lot of them was saying, that's whack.
You know why? That's what I'm saying. See, and it's just the same. If you look at it, it's just the same way as what we talking about as us trying to do with the black thing. Right now, to everybody, that's whack. That's nothing. But as time go on, you get real people, and real people do real things. And that's what they'll take this concept. Somebody down the line, when we probably dead and gone, they probably look at if this is still going on and say, yo, them dudes had something. What's wrong with y'all? Yeah. Y'all didn't see this content? Let me address it. And they might build that to a certain, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's always a win, long as you put it out in the street. It's just something to take a look at. Don't mean you right, wrong, or different. But when you have something and somebody speaks, and they speak influently from their heart, like Faith, like me, like you, and we telling you something, and this is something we don't come up with different shit. We saying the same thing we started out when we started it. We telling you the same thing. And if that don't make you take a look at something, don't mean that. Of course you don't want it to erase, hurt, and all of them. Why? Because you're comfortable with that. That's where you belong. That's where you was at the time. So why would you want that erased? It ain't nobody saying erase nothing. It's the point that people didn't tell the truth in the beginning, and this is where now when the dudes that really was there is telling the truth.
It's so foreign.
It's foreign.
It's foreign.
And that's
so I got 3 questions. And I hope you can answer these 3 questions.
Yeah.
Number one thing is, why do you think they want us to say that we're from Africa? That's number one. You don't got to answer it now. Number 2, why do you think that there's no seeds? There's a seedless grape. There's a seedless orange. There's a seedless watermelon. There's all of these things without seeds. That's another question.
Okay.
The third and final question is this. Where do you think we can change the whole programming for our next generation?
I can answer that third one. The third one, let me just answer that third one, because I'm still thinking on the first and the second. I gotta let my mind, because I'm on it. I'm on that. The third one, you know how we changing that? We're showing you about hip-hop, that we gravitate to any hip-hop. The Spanish people in this is the even though we know it's not the 50th, right? We know it's the 53rd.
But let me see
right?
something. Let me see something.
But I'm just showing you that
54th this year.
All right, 54th. But what I'm showing you is that we so glued in, we so imprinted because we came from it.
So wait, he said the question was
to any hip hop to us, we gonna brandish it. You know why? Because it came from us.
He said, how do you change? He said, how do you? You said, how do you?
I would change the program.
No, when I say the programming is because we don't want you to think we dividing it. We just want you to know we created it. Dividing, see, because a lot of people talk about us trying to divide with the Spanish people and all that, you know. So it ain't no division.
But we are divided.
No.
And we're telling the real people that did it and the fake people that did it.
No, and that's
right. You gotta divide them.
Saying,
you gotta get them
but
straight.
I'm saying, at the end of the day, whatever it is, y'all call it hip hop. Right? Something that we know is out.
That we created.
Right? So we can be real fucking hypocrites and say, fuck buying these shirts. We buying the brand name because that's where it came from. Somebody took it from what we was doing, made it a brand name hip hop, which was Bambaataa and whatever. And we still support it. Why? Because we created it. How can you not support that? No matter if somebody else took it somewhere and did something else with it. You understand what I'm saying? Even though they did something else with it and didn't include whoever. but we know we did it.
Okay, but then,
So,
and I have to interject because just like what you're saying, and you are one of the best people that can contest to this.
Right.
Breakdancing.
Right.
That's not what
that's not what we created.
It's right. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we was doing.
That's not.
So what was your question? Your question was how can we...
Wait a minute, but let him finish. Let him finish. Go ahead.
So that
just for that.
That was not what
no.
And so now if we keep
So what does that tell you then?
That tells you that
it's been influenced from other groups of people.
And now we can't support what they're doing.
No, we just supporting what
the concept of what we did is right.
So
but we can't support
we not
them.
saying, listen, we not saying what y'all what y'all came into being to call it what y'all wanted to call it. That's what y'all call it. We didn't call it
But they calling it our name.
Yeah, but you're calling it ours. Right. But we didn't call it that.
So that's where the concept divided. We got to stop them and say, listen, you're not taking my name and use it as this.
Yeah, we didn't look at hip-hop as spinning on your heads and all. That came later.
Right.
And that maybe is the thing that...
We didn't call it hip-hop.
We didn't call it, right. And it maybe gave it what it's supposed to have. Because in evolution, you can't stop evolution. It's going to be evolved anyway. Right. Either you like it, me like it, or you don't like it. It's going to be evolved. However, if you go back to the beginning, you know why was so many people there? They wasn't there. Remember, hip-hop didn't start off with
You mean MCs? You mean rappers?
Yeah,
rappers.
I'm sorry.
They didn't start off with rappers.
Sorry, y'all.
Right.
My bad. You know I'm saying rappers.
Right.
And the concept was like he said, you know, the dressing and all that came into one form. And it came into the form to dance. The dance was the hype of all of it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Remember, it wasn't even, it's hip hop.
And you gotta say the dressing.
And no, I said that. That's what I said. The dressing and all that.
And the snapping.
And all that was a form of it, right? A media form. That why people concentrated more on the dancing, because that was the hype.
Well, listen, but I don't want to drift. He gave 3 questions. Now, I want to tag on, but after I answer the 3 questions, because remember I asked you, you talking about the legends from Bronx River,
right?
Spider,
yeah,
Little D,
right? D, Dolan, Kato, Shotgun.
Do you know any of them to be B-Boys?
Oh, well, Little D did a little bit. Kato was karate.
But was they B-Boys?
Nah, they weren't.
But was they hip-hop?
Yes.
Everybody was
exactly.
hip-hop. That's what I mean.
Now that's the point. Now they wasn't B-boys, there wasn't DJs, there wasn't rappers, but they was still hip-hop.
That was
now
100%.
exactly. So that's why we asking, what is hip-hop?
Hip-hop is coming.
Look, I can tell you.
What is hip-hop? Wait, what's hip-hop?
Okay.
Or how did hip-hop start? Because listen, you really can't say what hip-hop is now because it's a universal art form.
Okay.
It's all over the place.
Remember, back when we started talking about culture.
Okay.
Remember we told you about culture.
Okay.
So what hip-hop is our culture.
That's what I told you.
Our generation of culture, of what we do. That means how we dress, how we talk, how we dance, how we listen, how we live, how we live, how we walk.
That's how it started.
That's how it started. But
we can't say that's all it is now.
Look at our ages. Look at our ages.
But you know
we can't say that's all it is now.
Let me tell you why.
No, because it goes outside of our culture.
No. You know why?
It goes outside of our culture. It's still our culture, but it still go outside of our culture.
But let me tell you,
hip hop is all over the place.
Mike, let me explain something. No,
it started off like you saying.
Yeah, but I want to tell you why it didn't continue that way, Mike.
No, people got involved. Different people. Why?
No.
And money.
No.
Why?
People couldn't live that way. Right. If you wasn't built that way. They couldn't live that way if you wasn't built like that. And then the niggas that wasn't built like that, they took it and made it how they built. Remember, they was talking about us, the street niggas. They was talking about street dudes and all this stuff in the street.
Yeah.
This is what they was doing.
Right.
So if you wasn't built like that, and most of us that was built like that, we went places, this and that. Them people didn't go no places because they wasn't built to do the things.
Great point.
Yeah.
Now, FaZe, what was your initial? You said something.